So we might want to add some music to our video. So we want to add a music track. We want to cut and fade that music. And we also want to set the volume of the music so it doesn't drown out the presenter's voice. Now, if we want some free music, let me share a place where you can get some free music to use in your projects. Now, I always say this with a caveat when I share free resources. Go and check the terms and conditions and the Creative Commons license for yourself, and make sure you're using it in accordance with how YouTube say you can use it. And we're going to be going to YouTube because they've got a library of free music and sound effects that we can use. So if you just search for YouTube audio library, you're going to come here and you're going to have all this music that you can use in your projects. If you're using it for commercial use, make sure you check the terms and conditions properly. So let's go and have a look at adding a music track, cutting and fading, and setting the volume. So the first thing we're going to want to do is just move this around a bit and just organize it a little bit better. So I'm just going to drag that window up by clicking and selecting. And I'm just going to make this window below a little bit bigger. This is an audio track. You can see it says audio there. And we're going to add our music in here. But first of all, I just need to make sure that we've got the right length. Now, this is an unedited video, and I'm going to pretend I've edited it. I'm going to cut it here, and I'm just going to ripple delete the rest of it. What we want to do is add some music to the bottom layer. So let me go to YouTube, and it says you're free to use this song in any of your videos. So I'm going to download that. That's now downloaded. And what I can do is I can go to my downloads folder. I can find that, which is there. And I'm going to just minimize that window. I'm going to click across to my project folder. I'm going to bring my window back up so I can see both. And I'm just going to drag that into there. I now have the music in my project. I can now take that and drag that onto here. Now, this piece of audio in particular isn't very long. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to just, rather than find a longer piece, because I'm just trying to show you the principle, so I'm just going to cut this out. We're going to ripple delete that, and now we have our audio. To get this music working, we need to do a couple of things. It's very loud. What we've got up here is we've got audio clip mixer. That's showing the volume for our audio, which we've corrected. And this is showing the volume for the music. And as you can see, that's really loud. We're going to drag that down. And we're going to press play. And then what I want to do is I just want to bring that down so that it's not overriding my voice. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring the audio in because I'm just using the visuals. And you can see how it's balancing. Eyeballs on your YouTube video in this example. And they're measuring that. So if you can show them that people are interested. So what we've done is we've added the music, we've lowered it so that it's sitting under the voice. If our voice is sitting at about -24 to -6, we really want to be thinking that the music needs to be sitting around -28, -30 decibels. So that's a little quick guide for you. But what I need to do, I'm just going to chop off the end here. We don't need that. So we're just going to ripple delete that, right click once we've chopped that off with the cut tool. And now it's matching in length, but it doesn't fade in very well. So what I'm going to do is show you a little trick now. We're going to right click, we're going to edit that clip in Adobe Audition, zoom on it, but all we've got to do is use this little tool here. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag that across just a little bit, and that's going to, depending on how you drag it, is going to give you the depth of the fade. So if you look at the curve at the bottom, that's the depth of the fade. Now this one, I want quite a steep fade, so I'm going to drag that there. And then on the other end, maybe a little bit more of a gentle fade out. So I'm going to drag that there. And what we've done is we've just faded in and faded out. So let's close that. Click yes. Let's have a listen to the front end of the video first, see if that works. We have to understand something before we go into how to boost a YouTube video in search. Content creation So that's the fade at the beginning. We could probably work on that, make that a little bit smoother. What you might actually want to do is create your fade before you take the volume down. So cut it to length, then take it into Adobe Audition, fade it, and then take the volume down. So let's just go to the other end and see how the fade out worked. So from about here, we're going to talk about that in this video. And that's how you do a simple fade in and fade out.